What an incredibly beautiful day for Championship Day. How appropriate as we welcome you to NBC Sports coverage of the Firestone Grand Prix of Monterey. This is race 17 of 17. It all comes down to this today. There is a teenager on the pole position who is the youngest to ever win in IndyCar history. His father was made famous at this racetrack, not only for being overtaken by Zanardi, but he won here twice. Let's see if Colton Herta can go all the way to victory lane. Out of turn 11, 24 IndyCars. There is a championship to be decided. Let's see who gets it. Up and over the turn 1 hill, heading down to the Andretti hairpin, and it's Colton Herta. Look at Dixon. Dixon went defensive on Rossi. He goes around the outside.
Outside's a good spot to be, but he runs wide. Colton pushes him wide, and look at Rossi. Makes a move on the outside. He'll try to stick it here.
Dixon does not want to give up that second place. He's fighting hard.
Really hard to hang on to the car, trying to rim shot the outside line here at Laguna Seca. Now they slot in. Everybody wants to get up front and have clean air to manage their tire wear.
Josef Newgarden, championship leader, tucks in behind James Hinchcliffe. Look at that blue car, the first blue car. That's Rosenquist. He's trying to make a move. He's trying to work his way up. Then Simon Pagenaud ahead of teammate Will Power.
Simon Pagenaud took a peek at Hinch going up to the corkscrew. There he is right behind. Will he pop out and take a look? No, he dives down to the corkscrew the first time.
All through the corkscrew cleanly. Relief. You can kind of breathe for a split second.
Colton Herta starting to stretch his legs a little bit. Got a nice little gap there. He has been very hard on tires, guys. He wears these things out. At Portland at the last race, he led for a long time, and then the tires were gone. So watch these guys. Here comes Pagenaud with a nice run. Rossi right here with championship leader Josef Newgarden right there with him. This is exactly, Townsend, what Josef Newgarden needs to do. He doesn't need to do anything but stay with him. But watch this start with Rossi. I said he was going to get aggressive, and he was looking every which way to get by Dixon. Watch this.
The guy that was aggressive was Scott Dixon. Look at him firing up the outside there, and if he can just get in front of Colton, he might be able to cut him off. Colton drives him straight off the track. I think that was probably a tip from his dad, Brian Herta, who learned how to put the muscle on Alex Zanardi back in the day. Rossi had a chance after that with Dixon, but it just wasn't on by the time they got there to turn 4.
Where's Simon
mistake,
Pagenaud?
but here's Pagenaud, who came in a lap earlier. He's on hot tires.
All these
he
guys
might get Rossi as well, right here.
All these guys are going to be... Oh, big block from Rossi.
And
they could be
contact.
Hold on, Rossi's off, dirt tracking.
Pagenaud having none of that. He drives Rossi off, and the problem for all three of these guys is they'll be stuck behind Jack Harvey, who's trying to hang on to the end of the tire stint.
Two of the title contenders, second and third, duking it out. Only 1 point separates them in the championship coming into this race. Forceful stuff from Pagenaud. By the way, race control is looking at the Alexander Rossi, Simon Pagenaud incident. Here it is. Paul, talk us through.
Why, hot tires for Pagenaud. Got a nice run off the corner, gets side by side, and Rossi defends, but there's enough room there. Those guys, he left enough room. And they made contact, and he shoved Rossi off the track.
That's a non-call right there. Rossi was trying to move over and be proactive, but he did leave room. They ran side by side without touching. And that's how important track position is at Laguna Seca. That's how aggressive you have to be to try to hold and own that spot.
Now look at this. The teammates are together. Championship leader Josef Newgarden is the first car you see on the right-hand side of the screen, and Simon Pagenaud is the man on a mission. And as per Townsend's words, race control have said no action on that incident between Rossi and Pagenaud.
Don't forget, Marty, these two teammates have had contact before in St. Louis, so there's a little bit of love lost there.
Top three are all here together. Herta, Dixon, Pagenaud.
I know I said Colton Herta only needs to go as fast as he needs to stay ahead of Dixon. He does need to open up a gap, but I wasn't sure he was going to go this slow. That last lap, a 1:14.0 for Colton Herta. He only has 10 laps on the tires, and it's already a handful. So these next 15 laps will feel like an eternity before Colton Herta gets to come to pit lane again for tires.
There is a car on the move big time, and it's a 28-year-old Swedish rookie, Felix Rosenquist, that light blue NTT Honda. Check this out. He is just going by the championship contenders as he wishes. He just dispatched Josef Newgarden. Now he's got Alexander Rossi on his list. This young guy started 14th and he's already running 6th.
He had a giant snap oversteer, but he set it up right here, did the Alex Zanardi move, going up the hill on the champion Newgarden, and he slides down the inside. Josef locks up, runs a little bit wide, but now he's all over the back of Rossi. Rossi was on the radio, said, my rear tires are gone.
Once again, Josef Newgarden managing drama, managing staying out of trouble, protecting his car. He still has a 24-point lead over Pagenaud, but pretty soon Newgarden's got to be careful, because with Pagenaud on the charge, Pagenaud could get to the front and the points will be really close. Well done, Harding Steinbrenner. The benefit of staying out now is that is 2 laps later in the pit stop sequence than Scott Dixon. That gives Colton Herta a shorter run to the finish on the tires. That kid make the difference.
Hearing that Alexander Rossi had an off-track excursion behind Marcus Ericsson, here it is. Just dropped the left side wheels off, exiting turn 3. No big deal, but he is really trying hard. Have a listen.
Might be more grip off track today, Paul, than on.
I tell you what, you keep doing those, it makes the tires go away faster. As we got Will Power, Kevin, coming down the pit lane. He's the last to pit.
19-year-old Colton Herta leads the way over Scott Dixon, Simon Pagenaud. 2 of the championship contenders right there on screen. The orange and blue PNC Bank car, and this black, white, and silver DSC Technology Chevrolet for Pagenaud. They just keep chipping away at each other. Will Power is in 4th. Felix Rosenqvist continues to be the standout of this race in many ways, coming from 14th to 5th, and he keeps taking big chunks of time out of those at the front. 49 laps to go, he was 11 seconds back. We got 46 to go, he's only 8.5 seconds back. Rosenqvist is coming.
He absolutely is, but lead Chevy right here. We've got 2 Hondas up front, but we got Power and Pagenaud right here chasing them down.
That's the Chevrolet driver update. And 3rd place is the highest place Chevy. Good battle this year, by the way, for the Manufacturers' Championship between Honda and Chevrolet.
For these lead cars, oh, Connor Daly backwards in turn 2.
Oh, he'll get stuck on that. He's on top of that sausage right there, and it's going to be hard to get enough momentum to get out.
Guys, I thought Marco was going to give me room. Told me.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Now let me ask you a question, guys. That's an Andretti car. Is that a staged yellow?
No. Too early for games. Let's see what happened. How did Connor Daly get backwards? This is a teammate car. Marco Andretti, side by side. These 2 are like best buddies.
Yeah, I pinched him pretty tight there. Andretti kind of shut the door on him. Connor hits the curb, goes around. So this is going to throw the strategy at it. Who's going to come take tires? We've just had a round of stops, but who's going to want fresher tires than that front group?
I don't think you can afford to give up track position at this stage. That looked like me and you in a couple of rental cars, Paul. Sheer determination. And we'll see plenty of that here on this restart. Watch that blue number 10 car, 5 cars deep. Felix Rosenqvist has been flying.
Oh yeah, 14th to 5th, and now gets a shot at seeing the race leader and his teammate. Watch that blue car, you see it 5th from the right-hand side. Here we go. Colton Herta, all the pressure on him with Dixon and Pagenaud, title contenders. Will Power, Felix Rosenqvist. Let's go racing back at Laguna Seca, and let's see who can make some moves. Rosenqvist is already working on Power.
All kinds of trouble for Will Power getting out of turn 11. Rosenqvist looking up the inside. What does he do? He looks outside. Now he might try to square up and cross over on Power. Further back, that's Ferrucci, I think, locked up and into the side of somebody.
That was big.
Dixon kind of laid back on that restart. It might get another yellow here. Sato gets turned around, and Jones is off the track.
Ferrucci's car is damaged, and that is the first contact I can think of from the rookie all season.
Zach Veach in the Gainbridge Honda got beaten up on 1 lap by multiple drivers.
Well, with NHL starting, the hip check is in season, and he certainly got used up with the hips here. This is 3 wide into the corkscrew. Sato laced, and look at Veach with the big old slide. Manages to keep it in good shape, and he's tired of being hit. He's like, man, I don't want any part of more contact. Be right on board with Veach. Look at Sato.
On the curb, bounces off the curb, through the dirt.
And prior to that, on the same lap, got hit by Spencer Piggott down in the Andretti hairpin. So a rough lap
Drops wheels at the exit of turn 4, and Rosenqvist with a run.
Pagenaud drops a wheel off, and then he gets a run on Page up to the corkscrew. So we got a little bumping action going on here. Pagenaud not wanting to give it up.
That's Rosenqvist from 14th up to 4th. What a comeback drive it has been from the Swedish driver. Imagine if he hadn't have made that error in qualifying yesterday and qualified up front, what he could have done today. Well, he's not far out of the action anyway. Meanwhile, Colton Herta continues to lead, as close as they got, they being the contenders to Newgarden in this race, 20 points. And then now with Pagenaud being pushed back and back, and technically so long as Newgarden runs where he is, Dixon's out of it, he's been eliminated. Pagenaud's now 33 back, as Marty mentioned, in his interview there with Team Penske's president, Tim Cindric. But don't discount Will Power. He's not done with Herta just yet. These two put on quite the display in the Grand Prix of Indianapolis in May in very wet, tricky conditions.
Another great exit by Pagenaud. A little bit of wheel spin on that green paint.
This might be his best shot. No, he just really, he works that wide line in the last corner. Here he is.
He tried the outside line the whole race, and then he went for the hole.
Worked on it on Dixon, and Dixon would not let him through. Great driving from both men.
I like that move, brother.
Well, they're running so wide down in turn 2, a lot wider than we did last weekend in the IMSA race. We were all over the apex curves, and it just invites you to take a lunge. As Pagenaud took the invitation, I thought there'd be contact. Watch this.
The door is wide open at the apex, and Pagenaud gets in there, gasses it up, goes for the hole, makes contact right there. If you get in there a little bit further, you've got the corner.
Can't wait to hear what the drivers have to say after returning to WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca after a 15-year absence.
Big exit. Watch this. Big exit there for Pagenaud. He's got a lap car, Dixon in front.
One lap is all that's left in the 2019 IndyCar season. And there is a huge gap back from Power back to Dixon. It's down to these two guys for the win. Pagenaud got by, he's not giving up.
He's gonna go for it on that inside. Look at that, he blocked the inside, made him go to the outside now. He covered that inside move, Townsend.
Dixon's turning that IndyCar into a dually. That thing's so wide.
And up front, Colton Herta, after winning his 3rd NTT P1 pole award yesterday, has just constructed and executed a beautiful race. He's led 82 laps of this 92-lap race. He's got a champion and an Indy 500 winner just all over the back of him. Colton Herta has done an awesome job. Just awesome. He's endured some frustration this season with some mechanical DNFs, with some crashes, stuff that's gone on that has not been his fault, but what a way to put a period on your rookie season. Power has one last lunge at him, but to add to the Circuit of the Americas win, Colton Herta wins at a track where his dad did.
Great job, buddy.
Awesome win for the Harding-Steinbrenner team and Colton Herta. And further up the hill, we pick up the Hitachi Chevrolet of Josef Newgarden. He was a champion in 2017. Josef Newgarden is the 2019 champion. He's done everything he needed to do and comes across the line with a 25-point buffer. And his fiancé, his parents and grandmother are there to celebrate, and so too does the captain, Roger Penske. Well done, Josef Newgarden. 2 championships in a 3-year span.